Hey guys, so today I'm going to be redoing the henna in my hair, and so I thought I would film a video to kind of show you guys how to mix the henna and apply it and all that kind of stuff. And the henna that I'm going to be using today is by a company called the Henna Guys. I've been using their henna for about a year now. I really like it a lot. I'm actually going to do a review video separate from this video on what I think of this brand and just how I like it and all my thoughts on it and everything like that. So I'll probably be uploading that after I do this video, so just keep an eye out for that. Once I get that video recorded, I will add it in the description box below, so it'll be easier for you guys to find. So the color that I'm going to be using today is natural red. The last time I dyed my hair using this henna, I actually used a color called orange red. I find the two colors are actually pretty similar, but for those of you who have never used henna before, this is what it looks like. This is just what I had left from the last time that I did my hair. It did not take an entire pack from my hair. It comes with instructions which will let you know how many tablespoons of henna that you're going to need, depending on your length of hair. So for me, I think I'm gonna try about maybe 8 to 10 tablespoons because I would say like just a little bit, maybe longer than shoulder length. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I was going to film the entire mixing process, but my cat turned my camera off without me realizing it. Yes, don't ask me how it managed to do that, but it did. So I've been mixing my henna, and all I did was add about 9 tablespoons of henna into the bowl, and I've been slowly adding water. You want to make sure that when you're adding the water, you add it very slowly so that you don't add too much, because you can always add more water, but you can't take any back if you put too much in. And what happens if you add too much is that it becomes really runny and thin, and it's not going to stick to your hair, and it's just it's going to be a big mess. You want to make sure that you don't add so much water that you make it way too thin. So all I did was add in the powder, and then I've been slowly adding water and just stirring and stirring, and it takes a lot of work. My arm is pretty tired. I've gotten it right now to a pretty thin consistency, but it's still got a lot of lumps in there, and I want to try to get those out, so I'm going to continue mixing. If this is going to be your first time using henna, you need to be aware that it does have a smell. It smells a lot. It's a very earthy smell. It smells really natural. To me, it smells a lot like hay. Everyone that I know that smelled it said it either smells like a farm or it smells like hay. It kind of looks like mud or poop, I guess, depending on how you look at it. But it's starting to really come together and get to the consistency that it needs to be. When you add the water, it just kind of like floats around in there. You really have to kind of stir the mixture to get it combined in there. I hope this angle's okay. I'm not really used to filming videos like this, so. And I honestly don't have the best tripod either, so. And before my camera cut off, I had been sitting here mixing for probably at least 10 minutes, so it does take a while to get this stuff mixed together. And when you're mixing this henna, you can use just about any kind of utensils as long as you're not using anything metal. I'm using a tint brush and a bowl that I got at Sally Beauty Supply. You can use any kind of like plastic bowl, and you can probably use like a plastic spoon. I think on the paper it recommends like a wooden spoon, but I don't really think I have a wooden spoon, so I'm just using what I have, and it works just fine for me. This is how I always do it. I actually apply my henna using this tint brush. You don't have to, it's optional. You can just use, you don't even have to have a brush or anything. I think you can just kind of rub it onto your hair, but I've been doing my own hair for years, and I've just gotten really used to like the brush and bowl method, so that is what I'm doing. It's getting really thin. I think this is about the consistency that I like my henna to be. There's a few lumps in there which I'm going to try to work out, but we're almost there. once you get it fully mixed, this is how it should look, and this is what the consistency should be like. As you can see, it's not like soupy, it's just more like a pudding or a cake batter where it's still pretty thick. So now that I have my henna mixture the way that I want it to be, now comes the wait time. On the instructions, it says it's recommended to leave the mixture out for 1 to 2 hours before applying. And certain shades don't require this. It says deep red and burgundy do not require the wait, but this one, the natural red, does. So I have to let my henna sit for about 2 hours and let the kind of dyes release, and then I will come back and I can show you guys how I apply my henna and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna set this mixture aside for about 2 hours, and I will come back and we will continue on with the process. Hey guys, so welcome back. I have been letting my henna sit for a while. It's actually, I think, been about 2.5 to 3 hours. I got a little sidetracked, so it is nice and ready to go. This is how it looks. As you can see, the consistency is still the same, nice and thick and ready to go on my hair. Normally when you buy henna from the Henna guys, it comes with a pair of disposable gloves, and it also comes with a little cap to put on your head after you're done with the dye. Since I've already used this pack previously, I don't have those things. So I actually have my own gloves that I'm going to be using, and I do recommend using gloves with this because it will stain your nails and your hands and stuff like that. So you just want to make sure that you don't get it on your skin, or unless you want to have red hands, and then, you know, just go ahead. And then instead of a shower cap, I'm going to be using a good old-fashioned Walmart bag because, like, that's what I have on hand, and so that's what I'm going to be using. I do this all the time when I dye my hair. Works like a charm. So I got my gloves, I got my bag, I got some hair clips so I can section off my hair, and a little clip so I can try to section off my bangs because I'm not going to be dyeing my bangs today. I've been working really hard to get these blonde, and so I'm not going to put any henna on the very front part of my hair. So before I start dyeing my hair, I don't know, I was going to try to show like my root growth so we could kind of get a idea of how it covers. Oh yeah, you can kind of see there. See, here is my blonde. Well, it's actually red, but compared to this red, it looks blonde. You can see my natural, I had it to where you could see. Oh yeah, right there. From about right here, that is how well this dye lasts. I think the last time I dyed my hair with henna was back in June, and now it's January, so I'm going to go ahead and start applying the henna. First thing I'm going to do is section off my bangs. Okay, so now that I look pretty ridiculous, I got my bangs pinned out of the way. So now I can continue on with actually applying the henna to my hair. So I'm going to put my gloves on, and I do recommend not wearing any kind of clothing that you care about, because if you do get it on your clothing, it could stain them. I've got a couple little clippies here, and I'm just gonna try to section off some of my hair, and I'm having some static issues. I've had terrible static in my hair this year. Oh, and also if you don't want to stain like your ears and around your face, you can rub Vaseline around that area. And I think I'm gonna start with the under layers first, so. Alright, so now we can go ahead and start applying the henna. So I just brush it on, but you could like do this kind of method here if you don't have a brush. There's more than one way to apply it. And then just work in small sections. And I'm moving on to the next section. So it is kind of a time-consuming process. Normally when I do my henna, I make sure that I do it on a day when I don't have anything to do, because it takes a while. You can always have, if you're not comfortable doing the back of your own head, you can always have someone come in and just kind of touch it up for you. That's usually what I do, because it's kind of hard because you really just can't see what you're doing back there, but you can kind of feel. I remember when I was looking up reviews on henna, I was really afraid to try it because people were saying that it was so messy and so horrible. But honestly, like I don't have any issues with it at all. If you can do your own hair using like a cream hair dye or like Manic Panic or something like that, then you can do henna. Alright, so that is my henna applied. As you can see, I got some little areas here and there where I need to wipe off, and my neck definitely got pretty gross during that. And my gloves. High five. I'm going to apply my bag.
Something like that, and I think I'll just take a clip here. That's pretty good.
So all I did was just take a washcloth and kind of a warm washcloth and just wipe my neck and stuff, and as you can see, it came right off. I have really sensitive skin, so it turned red. But here you can see everything's pinned up and out of the way, and I've got my bag on my head. So I'm probably going to leave this on for 2 to 3 hours. That's what's recommended. And it says the longer you leave the henna on, the darker your color is going to get. So I mean, you leave this on for like, I think I've left it on for up to like 6 hours before, and it's been fine. You can leave it on for however long you would like, depending on, you know, what color you're going for. So, oh, and I didn't even use all the henna. I still had this much left. Like, there's a pretty good amount left there in the bowl. Oh, so I still have to film the whole rinsing and a final product. So I'm going to come back in a couple of hours and I'll rinse this out and we will see how it turned out. I will be back here in a bit. Hey guys, so I am still here with a bag on my head and I am pretty much ready to rinse this out. I've had it on for pretty much 3 hours now. I think I'm like 10 minutes shy of 3 hours, so I'm fine with that. I'm ready to rinse this stuff out of my hair. So when you're rinsing the henna, what you want to do is just rinse until you see the water run clear. You want to just make sure that you're like scrubbing your head really good. Just use your hands and get in there really good and scrub really good and make sure you're getting all the henna out, and you should see the water like start to run clear. Another thing is, when you first rinse it out, you're not supposed to use shampoo or conditioner, I don't think. I know you're not supposed to use shampoo, so you just rinse it out and then you're good to go. And then you'll want to shampoo your hair within 24 to 48 hours after rinsing. I'm just gonna go ahead and go start rinsing this stuff out. I'm pretty excited to get this out of my hair because I've had it in here for a while. So here we go. So I'm currently rinsing this stuff out. As you can see, the tub is completely brown. So I just got the henna out of my hair, and I have to say, like, it looks a lot redder. Like, you can really see, even just looking at it right now, it looks a lot redder. But I'm gonna go ahead and dry it, and we will see the finished product. All right, so I dried it and straightened it, and this is how it looks. Just want to show you kind of under some different lighting. This is how the red turned out. I definitely can tell a difference between before and now. I thought it might help to get back in the original lighting where I filmed most of the video. So this is what the color looks like now. And I know before you could see like roots and stuff, and as you can see, all that is gone. There are no more roots. Everything's covered. I still have to bleach my bangs. My bangs have roots, but other than that, and I have to say, I do take back what I said about the natural red and the orange red. They are not exactly the same. Like, I don't know why I thought they were. They are slightly similar, but this one is definitely a lot less orange. I do like orangey reds, but if you're someone who doesn't like super orangey reds, you might want to try the natural red. I think it looks really, really nice. And this red, I feel like it just looks different under every light that you get under. So this is just my hair with, I didn't use any shampoo when I rinsed this stuff out, so this is just how it comes out. It looks, I think it looks really nice. I'm happy with how the color came out. It's been a long time since I've used this color, and I didn't really remember too much about it because I've mostly been using the orange red. So I am going to do a review video on this particular henna. I will have that coming up probably a day or two after I do this video, so you can keep an eye out for that. You can subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. I may do some more like hair / henna related videos in the future. I'm always doing stuff with my hair. Also, on the instructions it says that the color can kind of develop and change a little bit after like between 24 and 72 hours, I think. But in my experience, it doesn't really change a whole lot from what you've got originally. The first time you wash your hair with shampoo, you may experience a little bit of bleeding from the henna, and the color may lighten up just a tad, but it's still basically, this is the color that you're gonna end up with. It just may lighten up like just a smidge. Like, it's really late and I'm really tired because this has taken a long time. I feel like it's taken even longer than it should have because I could have like pre-mixed the dye yesterday, but I didn't. So, but I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. If you have any questions or anything like that on the henna, please leave me a comment down below and just let me know, and I'll do my best to help you or answer your questions. And again, this has been the natural red henna from the Henna Guys. If you're interested in looking up the product for yourself, I'm not sponsored. I bought this by myself with my own money. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. So until then, bye guys.